What's up, everybody? GeauxBurns hanging out on this hump day. Hope you're having a great week. Before we get started, though, we're going to go over a few announcements. We got a Discuss episode coming up next Wednesday, and you'll be able to participate in the topic, which I will have at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. The next one is coming up this Saturday. We're going to officially announce the winners of my first ever contest, the 1 million lifetime views contest. I've contacted the winners already. I've got their codes. Hopefully the codes work. I've shipped off the other two prizes, like the Mafia 3 poster, as well as my slightly pre-owned Razer Kraken. Hopefully it works. But anyways, if you are one of the 6 winners, please keep it on the DL until Saturday. Just keep it between you and me. And thank you to everybody else that participated in the contest as well. But we will find out coming up on Saturday who were the 6 winners. And I'm looking forward to that in just a few days from now. But first, oh yeah, reverse Q&A time. The first of perhaps many. We'll see how it goes. It's my opportunity to ask you questions, and I did so in the previous Q&A episode last week regarding your username or real name, hobbies, as well as new content. And you had the option to either answer one of the questions or all 3. And since it is reverse Q&A, we're going to go in reverse order. First off, we go to William over in the UK. GeauxBurns, can you do a series called Must-Have Games to Pick for Xbox One? Are all the consoles you have, or can you make a short films on your YouTube channel? Okay, so that's a lot of ideas there. First off, I'll just go ahead and throw out the consoles I own. I have an Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and a Switch. So there we go. And must-have games for Xbox One. I may eventually do like a top 10 video for that. That's kind of a cool idea. You know, like my top 10 Xbox One games. Not too shabby. And I may even include some like Xbox 360 games, since there's a lot more 360 games that are now backwards compatible on the Xbox One. Short films. I have done a few machinimas over the years. I did one called The Sandy Shore Snowman. I think it was during my first year of the channel, like December 2014. People liked it. I did a few more, but I kind of stopped doing that. It's kind of funny. But I may do some more short films down the road. It just depends on whether or not I have an idea. So that's what it really comes down to. Next, we go from the UK to Ireland to Session Box. My username is a thing in Ireland where the underage people get together, drink and dance, session, and box, just as I added it to because why not for question 1. Okay, so it's about dancing. It's about just getting together and hanging out. That's a session, I guess. That's a thing in Ireland. New content, I'd like some streams where you make money live in Grand Theft Auto with your fans helping. Okay, so yeah, I am planning on eventually doing streams. It's something I'm working on. I just got to get it set up the right way, I guess. And no, to answer some of your questions, I will most likely not be webcamming the streams. I know some of you really want me to webcam streams, and the reason why I've been webcamming more shows on the channel is because you want me to. It's not because I want to. I'd rather just throw up some gaming vid and then just talk in the background because I'm a radio guy. But because you want to see my mug, that's why I do webcamming. But there has to be a compromise. And when it comes to the streaming, when it will happen eventually, either on Beam or Twitch or YouTube, I got all 3. I obviously have the official YouTube channel, but I also have Beam, which is GeauxBurns, and Twitch, also GeauxBurns. If you want to go ahead and follow me on all those, you can do so. But yes, Session Box, I will eventually start streaming. And I'm not going to stream because I want to make money, but I will probably have it set up to where you guys can donate to me. But just be warned, I don't want you guys to go crazy with the donations. If you want to donate $1 or $5, whatever you can afford whenever I do start streaming, that's what you donate to me. If you can't afford anything, then don't worry about that. That's not a big deal to me. What matters to me is that you actually take the time to watch my streams. But if you do want to help the channel and whenever I'm streaming, then I will probably have it set up to where you can do so. But don't go crazy with the donation, guys. I mean, really, I appreciate the donations, and eventually I'm going to probably set up a Patreon once I get a few more subscribers down the road. But just like in the future tense and purposes, whenever you do donate to streams or to Patreon or whatever I set up, like I said, once again, down the road, not right now, just donate what you can afford to donate. If you cannot afford to donate, then don't donate. All I care about really is the fact that you guys take the time to watch my content, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, like my videos, share my content with others. That's more than enough for me, okay? So anyways, let's move on with the next reverse Q&A. We go to Sedan, and as expected, Sedan has written us a lovely novel. It's a good thing I have my goggles on. When you do a stream, please make sure you announce it on Twitter before you go live so its faithful followers can be there from minute one. Also, you need to release the Lizard Hunter video from many, many years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago. I showed the video of it in the Q&A video, but I didn't have the audio, obviously, because I was yapping while it was on in the background. So let's stop real quick. Like, once again, regarding the streams, yes. In the future, when I start streaming on Beam, Twitch, or YouTube, whichever one I just happen to be streaming on, I will definitely announce it in advance via Twitter and Facebook. So that's one of the reasons why I do have Twitter and Facebook, so that I can connect to you guys, whether it's like a random comment I throw out there, or a photo, or any other announcements besides the standard upload. So yes, Sedan and everyone else, whenever I do eventually start streaming, I will announce it at least probably 30 minutes in advance or an hour in advance, just to give you guys a heads up and let you know that I'm about to kick off a stream. Now, with Lizard Hunter, I don't know if I'm ever going to put that up on the channel. One of the reasons why I took it down to begin with from my old channel from 10 years ago is because I used a song from Down Under, yes, Men at Work, and it got a copyright claim. And back then, it was like a lot more serious when you got a copyright claim. YouTube's kind of changed their policy about it now, but back then it was a lot more big deal whenever you were caught using an official song. And even Men at Work got in trouble because it's loosely based off the Kookaburra song, which I think is bullshit. But anyways, to all my Australian subscribers, I do apologize for that video and my fake Steve Irwin accent that I used. I don't know. Eventually, I may put it up on the channel somewhere down the road, but not anytime soon. All right, and yes, Sedan, the reverse Q&A idea was your idea, so shout out to you, Sedan. And hopefully this will pan out, All right, so on to your reverse Q&A answers. Your username, 2 usernames and your real name, Vinny Scoletto on Xbox and Twitter, Sedan57Shetty on YouTube and most streaming sites. My real name is Jesse. That's right, his name's Jesse. My mother originally wanted to name my brother Jessica Lynn, but he was a boy. Well, okay, so I get it. It's kind of like one of my sisters was originally going to be named after our dad, but she didn't turn out to be a boy. But technically, she is named after our dad because she had the same initials. So we jokingly call her Junior. Same situation, I guess. But he was a boy, so she kept his name. And when I turned out to be a guy, she shortened it to Jesse. And I called it day one. My middle name is James, after my paternal grandfather. My name is James too, and I'm also named after my grandfather as well, who's fortunately still alive. Vinny Scoletto is a fictional character I made many, many years ago as sort of a gangster rendition of myself. Sedan57 Chevy was just a username I selected in high school when I was in automotive class. And we had to make a business and a business email, so mine was Sedan57 Chevy. And I liked the name, so I stuck with it. Oh no, my favorite is 1950s Chevy, and actually the 58 and 56, and not 57. Okay, well, that's just the way it goes. It's a name, what's in a name, as William Shakespeare once said. Hobbies and interests. For hobbies, I enjoy reading, although they're typically about books, organized crime, and cars. Writing, watching YouTube videos, playing video games. In terms of interest, organized crime, researching, write about it, not actually participating in it. So it's not for research, it's just for fun. Okay, I get it. Cars, although I like classic cars and more boring cars, are not necessarily just super fancy Lambos and GTRs. Military and general history. Music from the 50s and 80s, and firearms. New content. I love to see Salt series where you try to play Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Well, I did do Vice City. I got up to a certain point in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and then I couldn't go no further, so I kind of stopped. And I'm also a big history buff as well, and the music I love is from probably 80s, 90s, but I do like music from 70s and further back and even into the 2000s. And, also I do like me some firearms because, I am from the South. Yep. And of course, yeah, I did do Let's Plays of Vice City. I did Let's Plays briefly of Grand Theft Auto 3 and Grand Theft Auto 4, all on the channel. And coming up down the road, probably after E3 2017, I'm planning on Let's Playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Just want to let you guys know that in advance. Something for you to look forward to sometime in June. When there's nothing else going on, that's when we're going to start Let's Playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So yes, we're going back to old school San Andreas with CJ and the rest of the boys from Grove Street. Okay, so the next question comes from Phoenix off of Twitter for reverse Q&A. I would like to see a Let's Play in Grand Theft Auto Online with subs, doing CEO missions, MC missions, LTS races, etc. Question 2. My hobbies are video games, art, and photography. And my extension of art is mainly doodling. My mom was the artist. She was the poet, not me. Poet, whatever. Tomato, tomato. Really cool. I also like video games, obviously. And regarding your other answer, it's yeah. I mean, I really do want to do more stuff with my subscribers, and that's something I've been having more issue about. I need to get to where I'm actually, sitting down on the weekend for a few minutes or an hour or so on Xbox One, and then maybe the next day on PlayStation 4. Because a lot of you have been asking me, GeauxBurns, can we play some Grand Theft Auto Online on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One? And I try to. It's just that my schedule sometimes it doesn't work that way. And I know your schedule doesn't always work that way because you're in different parts of the world, whether you're in the US, Canada, or South America, the UK, Europe, elsewhere, Australia. But I am going to try and do a better job this summer, since a lot of you are going to be off this summer, or fall, or winter, down in the southern hemisphere, wherever you are in the world. Yeah, I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and do a little bit more like gaming with you guys. And I might even tie it to the streams as well. So the next reverse Q&A answer comes from Nevin. The most game I really liked is Mafia 2. It came out in 2010. Last year I've been watching all your Mafia 2 Let's Play series in September 2016. Also, the consoles I like are Xbox 360 and the original Xbox. So I'm going to chalk that, Nevin, as your hobbies. So I think that's what we'll do with that. Okay. So, but anyways, also really loved Mafia 2 as well. And I'm so glad that you are part of the channel. And you've been watching my videos since my Mafia 2 Let's Play back in September. Of course, a lot of you know I went through a pretty difficult time back in September when my dad passed away. And, if it wasn't for the channel, if it wasn't for me focusing on Let's Playing Mafia 2, and then, of course, Mafia 3 when it came out in October, it would have been a lot more rough go of it for me because, doing the channel really has helped get me through a lot of things, including the loss of my dad back in September. So next answer from Q&A. Wow. Kevin also decided to write a novel today. We got a lot of aspiring writers on the channel. So the next quote-unquote answer for reverse Q&A comes from Kevin Boston in Canada. Thanks, GB. Works on the deep web, running an illegal website, confirmed. Nice video. Okay, so yeah, I mentioned last week that I work from home. And no, I have nothing to do with the deep web or the dark web. I stay away from that shit. And I recommend you stay away from it as well. Reverse Q&A answers. Username, my actual first name is Kevin. I'm named after my father. And I got Boston. When I made an email address, I say which email, KevinBoston7 wasn't my actual first choice. I don't even remember why I chose KevinBoston7. It was just a computer-generated suggestion. And I like it. And 7 is from the computer because I'm not actually 7. Okay. We'll take your word for it that you're not actually 7, Kevin. Your hobbies and interests include watching YouTube videos, watching news videos, cover videos. Also enjoy making YouTube videos, but I get a lot of unnecessary hate. And I enjoy watching movies. I watch a lot of movie comedies, dramas, action movies, not so much sci-fi. My favorite movies, it's hard to nail down because I don't have one like a lot of movies. My favorite trilogy is the Santa Claus trilogy starring Tim Allen. I also like movies like Holes. I also like a 2006 movie, Click. That's the only movie to make me cry. I also enjoy watching sports. I'm a big Bruins fan, and I'm a big Red Blacks fan, a big 49ers fan. Oh, I forgot. I'm also talking about YouTube videos. I love top 10 videos. I love to dance. I love to drive four-wheelers. I really, really fast. I also love to eat my favorite food. See, most people outside Canada don't know what that is, but I'll explain. It's poutine or poutine. It's fried cheese and gravy in that order. I also love pizza, Red Lobster, Budweiser beer, Budweiser root. Budweiser doesn't make root beer. Okay, I'm just reading really, really fast because you obviously have a lot to say. And of course, you like cheese and you love shepherd's pie. So you like a lot of different types of food as well. And for new content, you want more Red Dead Redemption 2 videos. I'd love to see a poker tutorial since that's Smoker is the most complicated game in the world. And I'd love to see videos of you browsing the... No, I'm not browsing the deep web. No, it's not happening, Kevin. No. Okay, so I'd love to see a video of you playing a video game called Future Self, where you insert a picture of yourself and it brings you into your 2034, 20 years in the future. And 2014, blah, blah, Four Kings, Red Dead Redemption 2. Okay, so anyways, I pretty much get the gist. I did do a Red Dead Redemption 2 video Sunday, my Red Dead Redemption 2 rumor mill rant. Can't talk today. Man, that's a lot of words right there. I got through most of it, hopefully. But yeah, as more information comes out regarding Red Dead Redemption 2, obviously I will do more Red Dead Redemption 2 videos because I'm very, very excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. So yes, more Red Dead Redemption 2 vids are coming. It's just I'm the type of YouTuber that likes to wait for confirmed stuff, whether it's a newswire, trailer, etc. Next, in reverse Q&A, we go to Jake. Hey, GeauxBurns. My usual hobbies are YouTube and, of course, watching your vids. Thank you very much, Jake. I appreciate that. Basketball, soccer, gaming, and singing. I also enjoy an interest in cars. Most people like cars. I used to like soccer when I was younger, and basketball, not so much now. And, of course, I still like gaming. Next, we go to Elaine for her reverse Q&A answers, username and name on all social media. She goes by her first name, Elaine, and she was actually named after Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character on Seinfeld. Elaine, that Elaine. I love Elaine. I absolutely love Seinfeld, and I love Elaine. I mean, when I was a kid watching Seinfeld, I had such a mad crush on her back in the day. Not only was she hot, but I loved her crazy, whimsical character on Seinfeld. And I also like everyone else, like Jerry, Kramer, George, Newman, everyone else on the show as well. I mean, Seinfeld is one of my favorite sitcoms of all time. So that is really, really cool. And obviously, your parents have good tastes, naming you after Elaine. So parents, older sister fell in love with the name. Once I was born, that's how I came to be. Hobbies, interests. I enjoy reading, drawing, video games, swimming, playing volleyball, basketball, writing, short stories, poetry, spending time with friends and family. A few of my movies would include Groundhog Day. I love Groundhog Day with Bill Murray, actually directed by the late Harold Ramis. They were, in GeauxBusters together. And apparently, Groundhog Day is where they kind of fell apart because they had different ideas about the direction they wanted to take Groundhog Day, from my knowledge upstairs. And that disagreement on Groundhog Day is what kind of drove a rift between Bill and Harold. And that's one of the big reasons why we never got an official third Ghostbusters game. Unless you count the video game, I count that. And I actually Let's Played it a few months back because I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan. Of course, continuing, some other movies Elaine likes is The Breakfast Club, a very popular cult hit, along with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, two 80s movies. Adventures in Babysitting, Big Trouble in Little China, The Man Who Knew Too Little. Love this one. Overboard, Dirty Dancing, The Man with One Red Shoe. Yeah, I remember Overboard. Wasn't that the movie that Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell actually met on and they fell in love and, unlike most Hollywood couples, are still together? See, that's like life goals. You meet somebody, you have common interests, you fall in love. I think they have at least one kid, Kate Hudson, I think, and I think they're still together, obviously, because they, a few days ago, actually had both their stars in Hollywood, and they were together, and they seem as happy as ever. So that's definitely a lifetime goal for me. New content. I would love to be awesome to see some funny moments, blooper series, or like how Sedan 57 Chevy said, Salt series. Okay, so she was going on Sedan's Salt series, and I don't know if I really need a Salt series because, like, most of my Let's Plays involve salt. Most of my Racing Badly, rest in peace Racing Badly, involves salt. So whenever you see a Let's Play from me, you can almost guarantee there's going to be a little bit of salt in there. There'll be some cheese too, but there'll probably be a lot of salt. So yeah, there you go. That's what mainly my Let's Play series is me being salty as. Yeah. Okay, so the next reverse Q&A is from Can't Think of a Name. Hashtag reverse Q&A. 1. Before the days of YouTube using people's real names, after maybe 15 minutes of trying to come up with something I generally couldn't, so I came up with Can't Think and added 4 random numbers. Okay, so that's how you came to be Can't Think of a Name, which is now your name. So that's how it works. The second answer to the question I asked is you love open world games, occasionally linear games, playing pool as well as watching pool, and snooker. What's snooker? I don't know. Watching films, especially American gangster movies and European westerns. European westerns? Really? I mean, I know some of the spaghetti westerns were shot in Spain, but I didn't realize they were actually European westerns. Who knew? Okay, so in photography, used to make videos, short films, and used to play music. I still do occasionally, but not as much anymore. And the third question regarding new content ideas. Honestly, you should just stick with what you're doing. I love that you won't play games you're not interested in. Just to get more views, I think you should tackle Red Dead soon. Story possibilities, returning characters, general speculation, etc. I like you. I don't think it'd be delayed. And it's nearly 4 years since the last Rockstar game was released, which was Grand Theft Auto 5. And it's probably only 4 to 5 months away. Hopefully. And I appreciate that, but I am always trying to find ideas for new content. And admittedly, it's been kind of slow lately, and a lot of the videos have been revolved around my Discuss episodes, top 10 videos, rants. And that's one of the other reasons why I'm going to start streaming, is so that I have something else to do on like Saturdays and other days as well. But I'm always trying to come up with new ideas for the channel. Some ideas work, some ideas don't work. I don't know how long my top 10 series is going to last, but I may continue that, and then eventually I may retire it as well. But I do appreciate that, and I'm going to always try to do content that fits the channel, even if it doesn't end up working. I will continue to do my absolute best for you guys. All right, so next we go to Brian Martinez. My reverse Q&A is about my username. He loves Spider-Man. It was the first superhero he saw when he was a kid, and it grew on him. Okay, so yeah, like it has his real name. And then, of course, underneath it has his Twitter name, which is Brian Spider-Man. Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man. You know, he's one of my favorite Marvel characters. Obviously, I'm a DC nerd. I like Batman. I've mentioned this in last week's Q&A video. I don't think we need to tread over that again, but I do like some Marvel characters, like some of the X-Men, like Wolverine, Cyclops, Rogue, as well as Professor X. But I also love Spider-Man too. Okay, so that was all of my reverse Q&A answers. I thank you all for participating. It's an opportunity for me to learn a little bit more about you guys, and I always enjoy doing that because my subscribers, my viewers, my fans are awesome. All right, as promised, next week's discussed topic is best video game developer. In your opinion, who's the best video game developer? Now, it doesn't have to be a current video game developer. It could be one that no longer exists, or it could be one out today. It could be a AAA, it could be an indie, it could be a very well-known developer, it could be one that very few people know about. But let me know who the best video game developer is to you via the comment section, Twitter, Facebook, or email, GeauxBurns@gmail.com. And let me know by this coming Friday, May 19th, who the best developer is in your opinion. You can give me a nice story. What's your favorite game or games that are made by this developer? Let me know that as well. Let me know about the first game you ever played from that particular developer. I just want to know why you think that this developer is the best developer out there when it comes to video games. So, once again, let me know below in the comment section, via Twitter, Facebook, or if you're feeling old school, you can do so via email, GeauxBurns@gmail.com.